I don't know what better way to, share the sentiment of how every Philadelphia Eagle fan feels right here, right now, in the moment on June 4th, 2025. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful Wednesday. And I can't help but feel exactly how everyone feels right now and say what everyone else is saying, because the biggest question right now, headed into the 2025-26 season, quite frankly, is who's up for the challenge? Who is going to be that team that steps up and says, we're coming for you? The team that steps up and says, that target on your back, we're the ones pulling that trigger. We're trying to get our shot. And I'm trying to sit back and wonder who that team is going to be that's going to try to pull that trigger. Because right now, the teams I'm most afraid of, I'm going to be real with you, they don't really lie in the NFC, if I'm being completely honest with you. Not all of them. Not all of them. The AFC right now is going to be very, very interesting because of what the Eagles did in Super Bowl 59. They showed the blueprint as to how to turn the table on the Kansas City Chiefs, on how to get at Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, and his amazing defense. Guys like Travis Kelce and the rest of the company, Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy, and so on. The Eagles were able to shut this team down in a way that we haven't seen anybody do since the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did it when they won their Super Bowl a couple of years before with Tom Brady. No team has put on that amount of dominance, that sheer level of physicality, belt to ass. No one's done that to the Kansas City Chiefs. There's only one team that's been able to beat them in the playoffs, period. And that is the Cincinnati Bengals. But they had a defense. When I look at the AFC right now, the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens are the only two capable teams that I see punching their ticket to a Super Bowl appearance, to winning that AFC championship. They're the only two teams. In the NFC, it gets interesting. And I'm not saying that I'm not afraid of these teams. I'm just saying that there's more question marks, more variables in the NFC. The Lions are going to be back and healthy, and when they're healthy, they're one of the most well-balanced teams in the entire league. No disputing that. The Commanders, very big surprise last year. Really talented team, great young quarterback. We'll see what they're able to do with a tougher schedule playing the teams that we're going to be playing, like the NFC North and so forth. The Packers, Vikings are a question mark with J.J. McCarthy. We don't know what we're going to get with him. And then you go to the other divisions that we haven't talked about. The NFC West. The Los Angeles Rams, I think, are my team that I think are going to be the biggest contender alongside the Eagles. I think that they are, right now, hands down, the most complete outside of the Eagles and the Lions in the NFC. And I think that they have a lot to prove. I think guys like Puka Nacua and that defense, Jared Verse, I think they got chips on their shoulder after what happened in Philly last year. I think they have a lot more to prove than we realize, and I think they're going to be back with a vengeance. I'm looking forward to that matchup against them. We know the 49ers are probably going to put up a fight, but I don't know how good they're going to be. They will be healthy, sure, but they lost guys. They lost some, pieces on both sides, so I don't know how that's going to look. And then, of course, the NFC South. The Falcons, the Buccaneers, that's a team. We don't know what we're going to get in the NFC, and that's why I'm keeping my eye on them, but I'm not so confident in saying I'm afraid of you guys. I think the Rams and the Lions are our biggest competition, but who else? The AFC, we know the group. The Broncos are going to be better too, but we don't know in the NFC that core group outside of the Lions and the Rams and the Commanders. You got Packers, Vikings, Buccaneers, Falcons. That's about it. Who else is going to step up and make their claim that they want what we have? Got to wait and see. But I really do think the Eagles are in a great position to do exactly what Saquon said. And what every Philly fan feels they can do. And who knows? They might just repeat.